Many EV cars to be exported from China to Europe are German-made EV cars or French-made EV cars. Why they are making EV cars in China? Because they want to be part of this supply chain. They want to benefit from the huge amount and the great abundance of the raw materials, the spare parts, and keep talking with the Chinese counterparts, for example, learning from each other to make sure they are not left behind.
What do you think of the impacts of the additional tariffs by EU and the United States on Chinese EVs?
EU proposal to levy high tariffs on Chinese EV cars to be exported to Europe is fading. Many European countries did not support this EU decision. Germany, which is an important automobile country, abstained from the voting, for example, to show their dissatisfaction. And they also emphasized the need for more free trade rather than weaponizing or politicizing free trade as far as EV car is concerned. Hopefully, China and EU can really talk it over to make sure that such wrong decisions to penalize EV car export from China to Europe will not happen. Please also take note that many EV cars to be exported from China to Europe are German-made EV cars or French-made EV cars. Why they are making EV cars in China? Because they want to be part of this supply chain. They want to benefit from the huge amount and the great abundance of the raw materials, the spare parts, and keep talking with the Chinese counterparts, for example, learning from each other to make sure they are not left behind, or, for example, they can catch up sooner and faster. Now, for China-US EV car rivalry, first of all, it is initiated by the United States. China is very open-minded. China wants to cooperate with the United States in different ways. China only exported probably thousands, if not tens of thousands of EV cars to the United States as a whole. So the amount is really negligible. But even that small amount was considered to be such of a threat to the US automobile industry to trigger such massive amount, large-scale tariffs to be levied on the Chinese export. I think the United States will be at a crossroad, at a major turning point, inflection point, whether they want to protect their traditional fuel car industry as it is without making that leap of faith into EV car industry and revolution, or whether they want to make a more balanced approach to that while protecting the fuel car as it is. They also scramble into action to make sure that the United States is not left behind in the cold, I'm afraid, as far as this EV car revolution is concerned. So they can do one thing or the other thing, etc. But ultimately, I hope the United States will really believe that their goal is to make sure that the US automobile industry will be sustainable. Because if they are left behind by this fast-moving EV car revolution, they will really force the fuel car industry in the United States into a corner. My personal view and my personal advice to the Americans is the sooner you start seriously with this EV car revolution, the better. And the more chance you will have to make sure that the American automobile industry is more sustainable.